Hello agents and welcome to another division video. In this video we are going to clear all 25 landmarks in the dark zone, and I'm doing this because I want to earn that commendation. There is actually commendation. It is called the tourist and it said clear all 25 landmarks in the DZ. So I did that. I put them all in one video. I will also leave you timestamps in the description of this video so you can easily navigate through this. I started clearing landmarks from the DZ01 and of course I finished at the DZ09. Basically I will give you some useful tips during this video for every landmark if I find it's necessary. It's not going to be anything special, but it's going to be helpful if you never try to do that. So I made a small spreadsheet with landmarks. This is the first one. It's called Blockade. It's in the DZ01. So let's just finish with this one. After that we are going to DZ02. I will mention also that the first 2 or 3 landmarks I cleared with the tactician, and the rest of them are cleared with the Deadeye classified. Actually I was using 5-piece classified Deadeye and 1-piece high-end, which was reckless. I put it together a Deadeye full damage build. I started with the tactician, then I find it's kind of boring, kind of easy, and after that I switched to my Deadeye build and sniped throughout the whole landmarks in the dark zone. So second one, it's a library. It's probably well known to all of you. You actually need to be careful about those NPCs which are surrounding the landmark. More than the bosses itself, you will come into 2 big LMG guys and the boss with a sniper, but as I said, the biggest problem in the library is those NPCs which are surrounding the landmark. You also have to be careful and watch your back in case any other agents want to do harm. And basically these are all tips for the library I have. Alright guys, we successfully cleared first two landmarks in the DZ01 and DZ02. Now we're going to the construction site. I clear up this landmark more time in the survival runs than I did it in the actually dark zone. So this might not be the best place you want to start to clear this landmark. In the survival, usually these guys, bosses, are right down below on the first floor, and here in the dark zone they are actually on a totally different positions. They will try to flank you, as I said. They will come right up, so you really gotta be careful. The boss is actually on the second floor, I think, and he will try to mess me up real quick. So maybe the better approach will be from the outside, so you have more room to retreat if the things are starting to get nasty.
Incoming supply drops. Calibrating landing zone coordinates. Area secure.
Okay, Kalkesse Sports Store. This is the third landmark in the Dark Zone 02, DZ02, and it's the last one in DZ02. So I always start to clear this landmark from the front door, from this side as I enter, as you can see already. I think this is the best approach. You can also go upstairs from the outside, on the outside stairs, and do them from above, but you gotta be careful, because this is pretty dangerous. There are a couple of shotgunners that will come behind your back, so you gotta be prepared for that, which I was not. Here you will see quickly.
Not even breaking a sweat here.
There are also two LMG guys, and they're pretty much dangerous but slow. You can easily run and try to get a better position and try to snipe them from the above. So now I'm going on the first floor. I'll try to do them from above, which is pretty much easier than if you stay down below and try to fight them in the open. I was focusing really on a historian rifle in this landmark. I made a video for the last week. It was like historian you need to buy. I'm sorry. This gun is really useful with the Deadeye, because SVD, it's very hard to find. I mean SVD which have perfect talents for Deadeye. So I have one SVD but doesn't have talents I really want on them, so I'm using this historian, which is having prepared, deadly and history repeat talents. The landmark will soon be finished, so I'm just gonna leave you to see it till the end. Actually, I was trying to find a better line of sight for these two guys, because if they catch you in the fire, if both of them are shooting at you, you're going down really quickly. So you just have to isolate one by one of them and finish them. As I said, I'm using historian, but my primary rifle is M700 carbon sniper rifle. And the talent I have on my primary rifle are also prepared, deadly, and I'm having elevated.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
Refueling Station, it's the only landmark in the DZ03. I was trying to clear up that landmark a couple of times, but I always got some interference or by the other agents, or I couldn't find the last NPC to clear this landmark. So I come from the north side of the landmark, and this time I managed to find all NPCs and clear this landmark. It's not particularly hard, so you just check it out.
Area secure.
Arch Plaza, Dark Zone 04. It's the only landmark in the DZ04, and nothing special about this landmark. You really have to be careful about NPCs coming from your back. There are also two shotgunners. Once you clear them up, the rest of the landmark, it's not that hard. You actually wanna do it from the outside, and then when the final boss only left, you can enter the building and finish him off. It's a sniper rifle boss.
been secured.
The pit, Dark Zone 05. This is actually the only landmark in the DZ05, and it's pretty hard one because there are NPCs with grenade launchers. There are also shotgunners, LMB guys which are rushing at you, so you really need to be careful with these landmarks. So the best approach might be from any side of the landmarks, but you really have to deal with these grenade launcher guys first if you can. So really be careful because they are going to spam you with the nades, and those LMB guys are gonna rush you, so be prepared to get better position to clear up this landmark. Probably one of the hardest landmarks in the Dark Zone.
Warning. Readings indicate this area is contaminated. Now leaving the contaminated area. Area secure.
Midtown Music. This is the landmark in Dark Zone 06, and I have some tip for you. Before you start clearing actual landmark, you really need to take care of your back. So probably best way to approach is to clear up your back, these guys first, and then actually start to clear the landmark. You don't want these guys to interfere once you start to clearing the landmark. They will really come behind your back and do a massive damage, and the best way is to first clear up these guys and then actually go to the bosses itself. The bosses on the Midtown Music are also nasty ones. They have seekers, they have turrets. The main boss is a guy with a shield, so this is pretty hard landmark too.
Hostiles detected below street level. Area secure.
Q building. This is the last landmark in the Dark Zone 06. This is probably the most popular one.
Now entering a contaminated area.
Probably the reason is because this landmark is really close to the checkpoint, and the biggest problem in clearing up this one might be the other agents. You will run into other agents so many times. Somehow I find the gap, and I wanted to do it by myself. I didn't want any other agents to interfere with the clearing the landmark. These are the cleaner guys. Got two big cleaner bosses which are not dangerous. They're pretty slow. You really need to aim for their tanks.
Exiting the contaminated area.
And landmark itself, it's pretty rewarding. There is so many of the cleaner guys here, so the possibility of good loot drop is bigger in this landmark. As I said, they are not particularly hard, but because it's close to the checkpoint, you might find it full of agents. Actually, best time to go and clear the landmarks in the DZ if you are playing on European server is working days in the morning.
Hostiles moving out.
So if you are able to
Contamination levels lowering to acceptable levels.
play a game in the working days from Monday to Friday in the morning, should be probably the best time to go to the dark zone if you don't wanna PvP.
Area has been secured.
The furnace is the first landmark we're going to clear in the DZ07. As you will see, guys, we cleared already 9 landmarks,
Warning.
and we
You
are
are now entering a
and we are
contaminated
already
area.
in the DZ07. The majority of landmarks in the dark zone are in DZ07, DZ08 and DZ09. There is only 9 landmarks in the DZ01 to DZ06. The rest of them are all in the DZ07, 8 and 9. So now we're start to clearing these landmarks from DZ07. The furnace is not particularly hard one, so you can really do these landmarks a little bit quicker than the landmarks in the DZ06 and 5.
secure.
The mall, DZ07. This is a beautiful landmark. You're actually entering the big mall. This area is looking fantastic. Really, I was enjoying clearing these landmarks. Always, this time I'm trying to find a better way to clear this landmark. I had one encounter with the agent. As you can see, I'm under the rogue status.
Supply drops will expire in 30.
So I was really careful in approach to this landmark. I was expecting this guy to come back. I successfully finished him. But for this video I'm going to show you the PV aspect.
Warning, another agent is claiming a nearby supply drop.
The landmark itself is pretty dangerous.
Attention, nearby drop site has been cleared.
It's
by
pretty
another
big,
agent.
but it's looking awesome. Really, mall is looking awesome. It's one of my dearest landmarks in the dark zone.
Supply drop timer has
There
expired.
is a couple of grenade guys, NPCs, 2 sniper rifle NPCs, which are pretty dangerous, but also danger is coming from the outside of the mall. There are some group of cleaners which are always trying to flank you, get it behind your back. So I was checking out everything inside and then go outside, clear up the cleaner guys first, and then come back inside and clear the landmark itself. These sniper rifle NPCs can almost one-shot you, so you really got to be careful. The area is big, and if one sniper hits you, other guy can finish you real quick. I was also expecting the agent to show up, but he didn't show up. After I clear out these guys outside, I will go inside and finish the landmark. A lot of landmarks in the DZ you have to prepare in a way that you want to clear out your back. You really don't want anybody show up from the back, because you will have enough trouble to clear up the landmark itself. So something like I did in the previous Midtown Music landmark.
Area secure.
The Plaza landmark, Dark Zone 07. Actually, it's a big city square. Another landmark is closely connected to this one, and it is the Palace. So first you want to clear out the Plaza, and after the Plaza you want to go and clear out the Palace. So I'm trying the nice sniping position to finish out the Plaza landmark. There is also one shield guy, actually boss is a shield guy, and the good way about this landmark is you can run around and always try to find a better position to isolate them one by one. I'm using the Deadeye build, so I cannot really show up straight in front of them. I really have to be careful because this build is so squishy. There is also one sniper guy in this landmark, so you really got to be careful. The more north you go, the landmarks are harder. Some of them you can clear out pretty quick, but some of them are really tough. As you probably noticed, there is only 9 landmarks in DZ01 till DZ06. The majority of landmarks are in DZ07, 8 and 9. Actually, from 25 landmarks, only 9 landmarks are in the first 6 parts of the Dark Zone. Everything else is in the DZ07, 8 and 9. So in DZ07 we are having 7 landmarks, in DZ08 we are having 4 landmarks, and in DZ09 we are having 5 landmarks. So we still didn't finish even half of these landmarks in the Dark Zone. As I said before, I made a small spreadsheet. I was kinda lost when I trying to remember everything in my head, so I make a small list of landmarks where every landmark is located, and best way to go and start to clear all landmarks is you start with the DZ01 and slowly going up north, picking one by one. This video might be helpful in that way, so I will leave the timestamps for every landmark in the DZ so you can easily navigate.
Area secure.
Okay, right across the street of the Plaza it's the Palace, and we are going to Palace right now. The Palace is also a beautiful landmark in DZ07, and the area is looking, it's beautiful, but you gotta be really careful because there is NPCs which are throwing the fire nades at you, so you gotta be really careful. As I said, you first wanna clear out the Plaza so these guys from Plaza doesn't interfere, and you have a way to retreat. These guys are also want to rush at you, so I was always taking a step back. I didn't want to mess this up. I already been here and died a couple of times, so this time I was really cautious in clearing up the Palace.
secure.
We are still in the DZ07 and we are starting to clear up the alley. This is the name of the landmark. These guys are also pretty dangerous. Be careful. Be prepared to take a step back because they will rush at you. So I managed to clear this one pretty quick. So just check it out.
No letting up. Lock this area down. Clear the zone. Don't let up now.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
The Nest, Dark Zone 07. This is one of the hardest landmarks. And it took me a pretty long time to clear this one up. There is like 3 waves of enemies which will come and you have to clear all of them, and they are coming from different sides. You're basically going out on small rooftops and you really have to take care about your retreat because they are dangerous and they are hitting hard, and it's many of them. So good thing I did in the beginning is I clear out the healer first. I was lucky he showed up right in front of me, because if healer stays alive then you will have a big problems in clearing out this landmark. These guys with the frags are obnoxious, really, so you gotta be careful. I'm going to leave you guys because it's a pretty long part of the video. The Nest was, as I said, one of the hardest landmarks in this video. I almost stuck up here, but I was lucky enough to get out of this. Shotgunners. This landmark got it all, so
Come on out. Don't be stupid.
Warning. Hostiles detected.
Don't get sloppy. Keep it tight. Done. Maintain pressure. Do it by the number. Looks like we lost one. Don't get cocky. What are y'all scared of over there? No idea who you're messing with. Jesus! Keep it up! Come on, take a look. It's over. You ain't got no idea who you're messing with.
Alert. Hostiles detected.
I'm engaging. This is gonna be messy. Shoot to kill. Give it up. It's over. Focus fire. Clear out the AO. Out the AO. Finish the damn job. Man down over here. That all? Maintain pressure.
secure.
Whew, that one was hard. At this point we already cleared more than a half of the dark zone landmarks. The depot is also hard one. You really don't have much space to move. You will see you coming down the stairs, and there's a big like parking lot, parking garage where all these NPCs are, and they are going to rush you, they're going to frag you, they have it all. So also take a big caution in approaching this landmark. And there is a couple of waves of enemies that are going to show up here, so this is also one of the longest parts of the video, one of the longest landmarks. Clearing up this landmark, at the end I get the Barret Bulletproof vest drop, and the only extraction you are going to see in this video is going to be right after the depot landmark. I went to the extraction. I wanted to extract this Barret Bulletproof vest, so after the landmark it is going to be a short, like 1 minute video of the extraction of the Barret Bulletproof vest.
Take cover! What are you waiting for?
confirmed. Now detecting hostiles.
I'm gonna wipe them out. Fire at will! Take their position! Advance and secure the area! Fire at will! Press the fire! Clear out the AO! Tango's out of cover. I got a clear shot. Point on! AO under control. Down over here! Focus fire now! Clear out the AO!
High threat target detected. secure.
Confirmed. Cargo secured.
Package is secure. Extraction complete.
The south tunnel and the basement are actually two landmarks that are connected.
Warning. All supply drops will expire in...
They're connected with the
seconds.
underground corridor, and first you wanna clear up the south tunnel. After you clear up the south tunnel, you can just continue to go towards the basement. While I was clearing the south tunnel, I forget to clear up one NPC, so I clear him up on the way back.
Alert. Nearby supply
So
drop
basically
raised by
I
another
did
agent.
almost all of the NPCs in the south tunnel,
Alert. Supply drops are now expired.
go and clear out the basement, and on my way back I clear out the last NPC from the south tunnel and clear both landmarks.
We can do this all day.
Area secure. Area secure.
The boiler in DZ08 is also underground landmark. Actually, I was looking for a basement and discovered the entrance to the boiler. So in the top left corner you will see that it said basement, but basically I entered the boiler landmark and I clear him up, and you see the south tunnel and the basement before. So basically this is the boiler. It will be clearly set at the end of the landmark clearing. So this is the boiler. The boiler is also one of the biggest landmarks. It got a couple of waves of enemies. They are cleaners, they are not hard to kill, but you really gotta be patient and careful running around, because they can put fire on you and do some really big damage. So just take care and be patient in clearing out this one.
Hostiles incoming. Armored hostile in proximity. Confirmed. Area has been secured.
Alright guys, we are at the DZ09. Actually we have only 4 landmarks to clear after this one. This is the greenhouse in DZ09 landmark. It's pretty hard because there is a couple of shotgunners, and the biggest danger is coming from the guys with the nades. They will going to spam you with the grenades, with frag nades, so you gotta be really careful. Try to find a way to retreat, to have a backup plan to retreat almost at any time. So if they catch you in fire, you're going down pretty quick. They're throwing these nades like crazy, as you can see.
Area secure.
The Armory DZ09, nothing special. There is one big LMG boss here. You have a lot of space to move, you have a lot of space to retreat, so you just have to be patient in taking out this one.
This is our town!
We gonna finish you off. Heads up, gonna take no weakness. We gonna finish you off.
Can't hide from me.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
The deck DZ09. This landmark you have to reach by climbing by the outside of the building. Once you are on the top of the building, you will have almost no room to retreat, so you really have to find a way to take a step back. The landmark is pretty much dangerous because these guys are cleaners, and those guys with axes are rushing at you. The big cleaner boss is going to burn you alive, so just be careful once you're on the top of the building. Find a way to go down, have your backup solution, and that's it. The radio tower DZ09, something similar like the deck, also cleaners. You have to go on top of the building, pretty much the same landmark as the landmark before. So this is the radio tower.
area has been secured.
The North Tunnel, it's the last landmark in DZ09. We are about to clear. You will enter this landmark right from the extraction point in the DZ09. It's something like South Tunnel in DZ08. I was trying to call the extraction before I cleared the landmark, but it took me a while to clear this one up, so I didn't go to the extraction afterwards. So after the North Tunnel, we are going to clear only one more landmark.
Chopper is inbound.
And that is gonna be it for this video, guys. Enjoy in the North Tunnel. As I said, something like the South Tunnel. Approach is almost the same. And I'll see you at the next landmark, actually the last landmark in this video, where I unlock this Commendation, the Tourist.
Incoming supply drops detected. Area secure.
Alright guys, we are coming to the end of the video. The Opera happens to be the last landmark. I was needing to clear out to get the tourist commendation, which is clear all 25 landmarks in the DZ. I will tell you right now, this task was not so easy. I really needed to take care about the landmarks I clear out before I have to do the countings. So probably one of the most beautiful buildings in the dark zone, it's this one, the Opera. This is actually my favorite landmark in the dark zone, and it happens to be that it is the last one in the video. So that's it, guys. I know the video is pretty much long, but it took me some time to clear all these landmarks and put this all in one video. I will leave you a timestamps so you can check out the landmark by landmark for yourself.
Warning. Hostiles detected.
Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Warning. Hostiles detected nearby. Incoming supply drops. Units uploaded. Warning. Hostiles detected nearby.
Got the LMP.
Alert. Additional hostiles inbound.
Over there. Got him one. Grenades. Here we go. Come on, make it easy on yourself. One of ours down.
can do this.
Area secure.
All right.